Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's ARD meeting for Catarina Villanueva. Our goal is to discuss her individualized education program and outline the support that she needs to succeed. Let's start with some introductions. I'm Miss Palomo, Catarina's special education teacher, and I'll be facilitating the meeting today.
Good morning. I'm Alisa Villanueva, Catarina's mother.
Hi, I'm Ms. Flores, Catarina's general education teacher.
Good morning. I'm Ms. De Leon, the administrator of Canales Elementary School.
Thank you all. Mr. Cantu, our educational diagnostician, couldn't be here with us, but he asked me to share his input. He has mentioned that Catarina is currently functioning at a second grade level, and we need to focus on her comprehension strategies and fluency to help her progress. Before we dive in specifics on Catarina's IEP, let me provide a bit of more context about her needs. Catarina is a third grade student who has been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and has a speech impairment. Her autism affects her social communications, which is why we are working to support her in both classroom and in her speech therapy sessions. Catarina often struggles with expressive language and has difficulty engaging in conversations with her peers. Her speech impairment further complicates her ability to communicate effectively, but she has shown her progress during speech therapy by using new vocabulary and expanding her ability to form sentences. It is important to note that while Catarina can engage in basic tasks, she needs additional support to help her navigate more complex and academic activities. Especially when it comes to comprehension and communication, the goal of today's meeting is to outline strategies that will help her succeed both academically and socially. Ms. Flores, could you please start by sharing your observations regarding Catarina in the general education setting, please?
Certainly. Catarina is a bright student who shows enthusiasm for learning. In class, she can recognize sight words and understand basic story elements, but I've noticed that she struggles with comprehension when we read more complex texts together. During guided reading sessions, she answers comprehension questions with about 60% accuracy. Due to her autism, Catarina sometimes has difficulty understanding conversations and stories. This affects her ability to connect the ideas she reads to her personal experiences. She is also more easily distracted than her peers, especially in a group setting. I believe she benefits from additional support, like graphic organizers to help her summarize stories and identify key details.
Thank you, Ms. Flores. It is great to hear how Catarina is engaging with the material. Based on your observation, we have set annual goals to improve her reading comprehension and fluency. For example, we aim for her to answer comprehension questions with 80% accuracy during guided reading sessions. Mr. Cantu also mentioned that we need to focus on using strategies like graphic organizers and peer reading activities to help Catarina with these goals.
That sounds good. What specific strategies will be put in place to help her with reading?
We are planning to implement several strategies. For instance, when giving grade level stories, Catarina will use graphic organizers to summarize the main points and will engage her in pair reading activities with a classmate to promote confidence and engagement.
I can facilitate these paired reading sessions in my classroom. I've seen that peer collaboration can really help Catarina feel more comfortable and willing to participate.
I appreciate that. I have a question about the graphic organizers. How exactly would they help her? Is there a specific tab you recommend?
Great question, Ms. Villanueva. Graphic organizers help Catalina visualize relationships between ideas, making it easier to understand and retain information. We might use story maps to outline the main events or character units, which can guide her comprehension and summarization.
That makes sense. How often would these strategies be implemented? Will she have time every day to practice these skills?
Yes, we'll integrate these strategies into daily reading sessions. Catarina will have structured time each day during guided reading sessions to work on these skills.
Additionally, we'll monitor her progress regularly and adjust the strategies as needed to ensure she's benefiting from them.
I'm glad to hear that. What about writing? How will we ensure she's improving in that area, especially with organizing her thoughts?
Yes, so for writing, we've set a specific goals for her to improve her skills, and we'll focus on having Catarina write short paragraphs and use transition words. This will help her organize her thoughts better, and Mr. Cantu also has mentioned that we will provide Catarina with sentence starters and writing prompts to guide her. This support will encourage her to expand her ideas in writing.
That sounds helpful. How will we handle her punctuation and spelling? I want to make sure she's getting the right feedback.
Yes, we'll emphasize grammar and mechanisms in her writing assignments. Catarina will receive feedback on her drafts, which will help her recognize areas of improvement.
I'll also make sure to review her work in class and provide constructive feedback to support her growth.
Thank you. Moving on to communication skills, how will you support her in improving her expressive language?
We have set annual goals to enhance her clarity and fluency in speech. During her speech therapy sessions, we want her to articulate targeted speech sounds correctly and use complete sentences in structured activities.
How will she be how will she practice her conversational skills? I want her to be comfortable speaking with her classmates.
Yes, so Mr. Cantu has suggested that we focus on maintaining conversations and using polite and conversational cues. Structured interactions will provide her with opportunities to practice these skills in supportive environment.
That sounds reassuring. How much time will Catarina spend in general education classes?
So Catarina will participate in general education classes for 38% of her time. We will ensure that she has access to accommodations such as extra time or on assignments or visual aids during assessments. She will also participate in the statewide assessments with necessary accommodations to support her understanding.
That's good to know. How will we keep track of her progress? I want to be involved and know how she's doing.
Yes, we will provide progress reports every 2 months, and we will schedule a parent-teacher conference every 6 weeks to discuss her progress and any adjustments needed in her IEP.
I'm looking forward to collaborating with you and keeping you updated on Catarina's achievements.
I appreciate that. Will there be opportunities for me to see her work? I want to understand how she's doing one on a day-to-day basis.
Yes, definitely. We can arrange for you to receive copies of her assignments and any assessments that she completes. This way, you can review her work and see her progress.
That will be helpful. Also, what can I do at home to support her learning?
Reading at home is a great way to support Catarina. You can also use simple comprehension questions about the stories she reads to reinforce her understanding.
Mr. Cantu also emphasized that engaging Catarina in conversations about her day and what she learned will help her practice her expressive language skills.
Remember, we're here to work together as a team. Your involvement is crucial to her success.
Thank you all for your valuable time today. Before we conclude, I would like to give everyone a chance to share any final thoughts or additional information. Ms. Flores, would you like to start first?
Absolutely. I'm excited about the strategies we've outlined for Catarina, and I'm confident that with the right support, she'll be able to make great progress. I'm looking forward to continuing our collaboration and keeping you all updated on her growth in the general education setting. I'm here to help her succeed, and I'll make sure to use the resources we've discussed, like the graphic organizers and paired reading sessions, to support her.
I agree, and I want to emphasize that we're all here as a team to support Catarina in every aspect of her development. Her success is our priority, and I will make sure the necessary resources and services are available to help her. We'll keep track on her progress We'll keep track of her progress closely and make adjustments to her IEP as needed. I'm happy to assist in any way I can.
Thank you all for the detailed plan and for making me feel included in the process. I am relieved to know that Catarina has such a supportive team behind her. I will definitely be reinforcing what's being done at school, at home, and will be available for any follow-up or additional meetings. I'm looking forward to seeing her progress.
Thank you, Ms. Villanueva, and thank you all for your commitment to Catarina's success. With the support everyone here, I'm confident that she will be making a great strides. We'll stay in touch regularly with updates and make sure that we are flexible with her goals and strategies as needed. If any further questions or concerns come up, don't hesitate to reach out. Again, thank you all for attending today's ARD meeting, and we will finalize the IEP to ensure it is distributed for your review. Everyone have a wonderful day, and let's continue to work together to support Catarina.